And welcome back. We're getting where we left off last time in Humankind, playing on Empire difficulty. We got some stuff to find. I want to get another zone up. In a couple turns, we'll be able to make this an attached zone with some horses. Right now we're in the claiming all the territory state of the map. Oh, actually, so I can go ahead. It's still too early. I think it's still too early for me to actually attach this to a city. I may be wrong. But it's not too early for me to claim the horses, so we'll claim the horses. There's bronze working. Scored us a scientist star. We're still 1 star behind the 3rd place. Although we still tied for fame with them, which is maybe a good sign. I think that's where we want that city admin center to be.
Off we go.
And can I attach you? I can attach you. Okay, let's attach you. It's got the lumberyard under construction right now. The Cyclone Fortress is unusual, and a lot of districts cost stability when you build them. This is an emblematic district that provides stability. So we're going to be a bit more proactive in building it. It also is a maker's quarter, so it gives us the industry on the neighboring tiles. Yeah, so it's recommending one of those two. I was already seeing that one being a good one. We'll do that one. So that'll give us 6 industry when it's constructed. It'll also give us, I think, 3 more woodland tiles, where I think the lumberyard provides us more industry on. So, yeah, good all around. Yeah, and I'm going to be a little bit aggressive. It's only
Greetings to the Nubians. Now
single
there's
battle.
some good fortune. A neighbor who may be more interested in commerce than conflict.
And it says, oh, an enemy that, or a neighbor that might be more interested in commerce, and we start promptly attacking them. To be fair, that's a good way to get them not very interested in commerce, but no one said we were the smart people.
Only in the mind's eye.
Only mind's eye, yeah. There we go. So that's a victory. Gained population support for war. They lost population support for war. We're also not at war, so that doesn't super matter. Although they now have an excuse to say, hey, you're being meanie. Because we are.
Agree to my reasonable demand, or I become unreasonable.
We are in your hands. I hope they are kindly.
Continue you moving to grab down that territory. Oh, picking up some science. Or no, picking up a curiosity that provides us a random warrior. Which we can upgrade into our emblematic unit. I'm not gonna do that immediately. There's some money. No, I can still do that after doing it. So let's actually. Or do I need to be? Need to be an ally territory. Okay, so I need to be back to my territory. That's fair enough. The propaganda machine. Reports from military commanders together with grisly accounts from the battlefield confirm that your forces achieved a famous victory against the might of King Hunor. the Assyrians, but irritatingly, news from other parts of your empire paint a very different picture. Apparently, stories are circulating that describe your forces being routed and the King Hunar of the Assyrians being victorious. Clearly, the enemy is using their superior fame to rewrite history. How will you counter this vicious propaganda? Accept and suffer some stability. Pay money to challenge, gain stability, or document for science. Move towards progress. Or free, or order. I think we'll go document. Definitely benefit from some science early on here. Game of Prophecy. Silence, defiance, or heed. We got a little bit bonus stability, so we'll take the overlook one here. Gained in the Grain Star Research Calendar. Putting down another outpost. Again, next turn I should be able to... I was able to attach that one, so I can attach this one. That sounds like a great plan. I presumably can't get more industry. Yeah, no. So we need one on food there. And that means we probably need you on food, yeah. Let's get you back to friendly territory. And then we can get you promoted up into our specialty unit. And then in the tech tree, we need to pick some more techs. Influence cost of laws. Roads is always tempting. I think Scout Raiders might technically be the upgrade to our scouts that we've already got riding around. We do have some mountains, so that would be more industry. Food on harbor, although we haven't put down harbor yet. Food on river, we haven't necessarily got next to rivers yet. Although we will probably very soon. Reduced industry cost on stuff, okay. I think we'll do you into you. And then we'll revisit that again. Oh, we're apparently taking nutrition. Oof. Okay. We need to get these guys out of here ASAP. Let's actually get you trying to go. Let's discovery. I would like that discovery. Over there. Grab the horse. Grab the copper. Scores us the Builder Star. And we can go ahead and attach this to the zone for 60 influence. And this is, again, another good place to potentially do another one of those. It's just either north or south. Those two tiles. To the northern one. Again, we'll put that before the pottery. Which, again, is only 4 influence. These aren't necessarily influence boosting, but they're a bunch of industry, so they'll be really nice from that perspective. And then we probably want to grow our original city, which is actually what these guys are planning on doing. I'm going to set this one up. Mainly for industry, less for resources. The expansions out of this one have been very much resource focused. What are we up to? Claiming wise, 63. You know, I will go ahead and claim that one as well.
How do you do? In every sense of the question.
How do we do? We're very non-talkative, apparently, because I'm being very militaristic. Copper mine. Ah, yes, our starting area has a copper mine. We probably want that set up so we can get the copper bonus. At this point, we've got a decent amount of horse. So we're getting really good for the animal barns. We'll probably want to grab that into the forge. We might actually hold off the forge. We'll see how the forge is once those are two done. I think we're going to pick up more copper, which will both make this cheaper and better.
Keep together.
Okay. How much does it cost to attach you? Oh, you need another turn before you can be attached. That's fine. And then this would actually be the third city being attached to the city, so this is going to be pretty expensive. But we still definitely want the... Probably actually want the luxury first. We'll take the luxury first. Next turn we'll have enough for the horse ranch. It's useful in its own way. Solar or lunar? Towards science or towards customary laws? Or towards faith? We're already on the faith direction, so let's actually go towards the faith side. For our very coveted late game, well, early game, Casus Belli's. Okay, to add you to our original territory just costs 30. Sure. So Animal Barn is their recommended spot. Both of those are 7s. Okay. Go with that one then. Because there's more control over the passes in the area, which is nice. Yeah, and you're +9, and then maybe less interested in you. We'll revisit that one when we're there. Animal barns will provide us with food, although we apparently have quite a bit of food, so we can move off of food onto industry, get good stuff building faster. Same here. And this is because of the more territories. Yeah, that makes sense. Attaching you is still going to be really expensive. 210 to attach to Konos. 25 to do that, okay. And then, civics-wise, we're probably most interested in army composition. So we can make the recruiting process even cheaper when we want to go to war. Gained an aesthetic star. So in theory, we actually have enough stars that we could era up. Not quite ready for that yet, let's just say. We may want to delay just a little bit. In 2 turns, we'll pick up another star. Right, so we could move on right now, or we can wait a couple more turns to pick up some more stars. We don't want to do money. Could do science. I'm thinking no on the science. Food. Ransack bonus. 10% ransack bonus is gained as science. That's a little bit tempting for combat stuff. Cannot evolve outposts in cities, which we wouldn't want to do anyway. Although we wouldn't be able to attach any new territories to our cities. +1 influence in the emblematic districts and makes the attach cheaper. So if we wanted influence, that would be the way to go. Industry per worker. Gives us javelins. Probably not what we want, although more industry wouldn't be bad. Counts as religious. Okay, so we want to get some religion moving, that would be a way to go. City cap would be tempting. Because we're already at the city cap, so if we're gonna go start something, we might want some more city cap. And that gives us immortals and a bunch of influence, market sort of stuff. Unit slot, extra XP. So if we want to take advantage of our capacity to build units to very rapidly get bigger armies to go attack people, that's a way to go. Tactical superiority grants bonus combat strength if at least one allied unit is adjacent to the unit. That's pretty good. That's a common quarter, so that gives us more stability. Fame on constructible on victorious city. Okay. Oh, that's... We're not transcending. Where are we as far as grabbing more stars? So we've actually already got the expansion of stars, so that's actually maybe an argument to era up. That one's a long way off, that one's a long way off, that one's a long way off, long way off. So science and fighting, what will we be hanging around for? So do we want to hang around 2 turns to grab the next science star? Which is organized warfare, which presumably we're going to want before we actually start fighting. And then we might actually be dashing in to grab the Iron Standing Army, doing Rome. That's probably where the Legionnaire is. And then we'd probably want to go for the city camp in philosophy. Okay, so yeah, let's buy at least 2 more turns. I don't need to rush into the next era. And we're all at basically the same spot, which actually means I'm in second. And I haven't really even done anything particularly special for airing up. Remind me. Decided we're going 2 turns. Partially so I can get some more emblematic districts started. Because I gotta get them started to keep them, is where that is. Okay. So we're not gonna attach you because you're way too expensive for the moment. And grab that horse ranch. Let's grab that horse ranch. There we go. We want to start that fortress. I'm not sure if we want to grab this territory. I think we will... Yeah, we're just going to go 2 turns. So at this point, we're ready to cycle basically 2 turns. Or do I really want the city? I want that expand there. Or the river. No, the river. Next to the river.
Something to make
You
our
want to
affairs more
allow for
civil?
trading of luxuries?
Interesting.
Sure.
You are as just as you are wise.
Okay, we cycle the turn, and we get that tech, which gives us the Era Star, and now we are ready to era up. really tempted about the Romans. I'm tossing and turning about doing Romans or the Persians. The thing that's making me least interested in the Persians is that their unique one is a market quarter with a stability mouse. Not that we necessarily need more, although that's commons. More influence, more stability we don't really necessarily need, but unit slots, Praetorian Guards sounds pretty good. This one would be City Camp. Actually, less interested in the Immortals because they're mainly anti-cav fortified positions. So if we're going to be attacking, we probably want something like the Praetorian Guard, which is 29 versus 28. Yeah, I'm going to go for Romans. And then from our customary laws, I am going to go, or for our laws in here, I'm going to pick up conscripts.
This should improve efficiency and camaraderie, but it'll probably cause a lot of complaining.
So now we've got some really cheap troops. As that 20% in theory stacks with this 20%, which stacks with the 10% we just picked up from organized warfare. No, what's an organized warfare? 10%? 10% from the barracks. So we want to build some barracks. This is what we're going to want to do. For the moment, I'll start on writing because we want writing to get into philosophy. We're going to change what we're researching as soon as we get into the next era, which is next turn. You're going to skip because you're going to build a city there. You are actually doing some fog busting because I want to know what's going on in the surrounding area. Also a little tempting to grab this area. I suppose for us, outposts right now are pretty cheap, so we can always just come down here and throw an outpost down and maybe not add it to the city. Or maybe I will add it to the city over this one because it's just got better resources. Copper, salt, silk, 2 unknown strategics, which does bring delight. Then I don't know where iron is, so I might not have any iron when we air up. We'll find out in a moment.
As urban centre, though the Romans did indeed appreciate intangibles, I might be tempted to say that their most famous creation was their legions, which were very tangible indeed.
Yeah, Roman legions come to you, so they're very physical and very aggressive. Go. We're now in an expansionist civ in the classical era. And we're the first in era 2, so that's good. Is the person we've opened up to
Yes, greetings.
luxury
I hope you don't
trade?
mind if I
Yeah.
stare.
Oh, and I'm always because of what? You can always trespass with the priest king. The Romans, because I'm Roman. Respecting borders? Apparently the Romans don't do that. Okay, so we didn't find out what those strategics are in this location. Doesn't necessarily still stop me from trying to set up a city here. That's where we're going to go and put it over there. I'm going to resist the urge to start a fight with them. Did we find iron? Not iron, not iron. That's iron, although that's a zone we don't control. We did actually find some iron in our starting area, so that's good to know. I don't have the ability to extract it yet. That's the tech we probably want to start working on. Okay, so standing army into philosophy. Potentially into hydrology for the extra food bonuses on river. Food on river into... Oh, I think that's 2 each, so that's 4 on river. 4 food on river, industry on river. Yeah, maybe something like that. And then to claim this zone is 73. Do you want this zone more or do you want that zone more? No, I'm probably going to claim both eventually, so it's just... We'll claim it, because we're here. We're here and we're ready. It's telling me I'd get better there. I'd get better industry there, that's true. Of course, that's more of an argument to make that the square I expand into with like a maker's district. I'm building here because I want the river stuff. Okay, you're still... Not that one. Attach, you're still 150, so 210 actually are even more expensive. You might be, although you can't attach this turn, you might be reasonably cheap.
Follow me.
And yeah, we do want the animal barn done, because it's a lot of food, it's 12 food. And then into the forge, which is 10 industry. We don't necessarily have a lot of stone rocky fields here yet. Oh, I can build, with this level of industry, we can build our Era 1 unique unit in a turn. So yeah, when we want to mobilize for war, we will be mobilizing for war real quick. And we have, oh, you have iron as well, although I can't claim it yet. Okay. Oh, the current rate we're growing, that's not going to be long in the future. How expensive is it to grab here? 85? Okay, we'll pay 85 to have that. Are they attacking me? Yeah, if they're attacking me, we'll fight that. Are we getting a penalty for being on the river? Yes. Okay. We'll go in the high ground in exchange for making the fight on the river. Okay.
Five makers' quarters? It seems that someone took the phrase, building your future, a bit too literally.
They say that, but you do need to kind of build your future in this game, so it's what it is. Okay, we're losing scouts, but we'll just replace them with new units. Is what's basically gonna happen. So you got an empty cube. So it's a little bit tempting to try to immediately do that promise as it, which is to replace the Marines. But no, we want more food, so we're going to replace our losses. 11 and 11. Okay, so we probably want both of those. And then we want the barracks for the industry cost reduction. And then we're probably going to build troops. Although we want the artisan corps sooner. There we go. Your 2 turns before we can add you. Your 2 turns before we can add you.
An enormous leap forward, from mundane tallies of crops to recording the wisdom of sages. Humankind now wields the most powerful tool of all.
We research writing.
Now, things that one generation learned
And we're the
can be
first to
passed
do that
the
too.
next,
Okay.
via something more reliable than campfire stories.
This game tells me that campfire stories are apparently not a reliable means of communication. Or conservation of knowledge. Which is totally something I understand, yeah.
Right.
What's the bonuses from salt after all? 5%, 5% food. 2% food. For salt. Plus 15 stability for having the first one. 5 food. Is that per? No, cumulative is 3 per. Oh, that's the wondrous. So, having salt is 5 food, 5 stability. Every salt is 3 food per salt. And we have the wondrous effects, which you need like the super majority of the food. It's not something that's going to come into late game. So, early game, it's just 3 food, more food. Okay, so we've actually got like 4 salt deposits. That's a bunch of food. That's probably why it feels like I have a bunch of food. Forge done into... Yeah, 4 industry is not worth spending 240 right now. The barracks, 10% savings on the barracks thing is going to be worth it. Yeah. So then when we're done with that, we'll probably start cranking out some troops. Oh, I don't have iron yet. That's where that's coming from. Like, why can't I see the Roman guys? Because I'm... Oh, I didn't do my replace correctly. So we finished up writing before starting standing army. Standing army is 12 turns out. So in 12 turns, I can grab the iron. The iron will allow me to build my Praetorian Guard. The Praetorian Guard will do quite a bit of work. Oh, and I can pay money to heal you. I'm just going to move you into a city. Cool, good. I'm not going to pay money to heal you. Gained leadership. So I can get small council for city cap or a really big bonus on the capital. In some ways, the second city is actually better than the first city, so probably don't want to do autocrat. Probably do want to do small council. Yeah. Although I don't want to pay the influence for that right now, so that's not happening this turn. So we could attach you for 120. That's almost doable. Let me do the copper mine.
Move out. Advance. Eyes forward.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do with our influence for a little bit here, is we're going to grab stuff. Oh, during war, we can actually, because we're expansionists, we can actually straight up nick other people's territories. Don't have to wait for the negotiation at the end.
Keeping an eye out.
Okay, did the little bit of exploration I wanted to do with these guys. You can grab copper mine. And we can't grab the iron mine until we finish the tech in 10 turns. And then we're gonna have to build it. We're gonna have to hard build this one down here either way. Religious rights. Procession or industry cost on religious districts. I'm leaning towards the personal rights here. Although I don't want to pay that influence right now. What do you actually promote it to? Again, it's probably the Scout Cav. No, it can't be the Scout Cav because I'd have the Scout Cav. Scout Render, so it doesn't upgrade into that. Chariots, maybe? Might be Chariots. I'm trying to think about what my Scouts upgrade into. It's probably Chariots or it's the... Last time I think they upgraded the Horsemen, so it might actually just be the Horsemen down here. In this case, we'll put the Horsemen in the queue. 5. Oh, because we need... Oh, wait, okay. Nope, that's not what I want to do. That's really not what to do. I was grabbing the hydrology stuff as well, which... Okay, standing army, philosophy, mounted warfare, then hydrology. There we go. That way I think we can hopefully not have to just rebuild the scouts from scratch. Well, the replacement of the scouts from scratch. We can upgrade them instead, which would be a little bit more conservative for resource usage. Okay, so you're healed up. So in theory I could just merge up these two armies. There's nothing stopping us necessarily merging the two armies up.
Eye forward.
Okay, that gives us some more industry there. Going to money for the moment. I actually probably want science instead of money, so we can get the tech done, so we can build our guard. Attaching you is 270. Attaching you is going to be like 270 as well, right? Yeah.
We've been going nowhere. Shall we try forward?
Yes,
Sure.
I cannot dispute the best.
We don't have any excuses for war with them, and a non-aggression pact means I can be more worried about the other person. Wait, is my information here actually correct? Are they still in Era 1, just farming stars in Era 1? Guess they are. Okay, I don't think that was a smart plan for the AI, but that's what the AI is doing. It does mean, as soon as I get those Praetorian Guard, we're gonna have the strongest soldiers in the game, currently deployed. Because everything else is gonna be obsolete. Here are other things to build / research. Again, oh, well, this has actually got a little better. It's not 6. Still not going to do it for 6. So yeah, I'm thinking we want to start getting troops together. I think these probably do improve into the Praetorian Guard. I'm going to do 2 armies. I probably want a bunch of archers. And right now we're building archers 1 a turn. So yeah, let's start building some archers. This is slightly annoyingly going to be eating a bunch of population, but there we go. That's going to be all the archers we probably need. And by the time we're done with that, should be ready to build the Praetorian Guard. Oh. I severely underestimated how much industry I had. I thought that was going to take 4 turns. No, it took 1 turn. It took 1 turn. Okay, so I'm not ready to build a Praetorian Guard because I finished in a turn. I was expecting to take 4. I was expecting to take 1 turn each. We'll take the industry 1, we'll take the walls, we'll take the line of sight.
Follow me.
You're working on the barracks, which will make it even. We'll make it cheaper over here as well. We're not ready to build the Praetorian Guard because I need to wait 3 more turns for that. You'll be done the barracks in 2. And really, we probably need 3 before we can start the Praetorian Guard. Let's grab the walls here as well. Last of their line. Troubling conflict has emerged regarding a great stable megalopolis of Colossus. Many servants from the city's palace have been castrated at the command of their local ruler. The eunuchs are believed to be more loyal, and they said to play a number of roles, from courtier to singer to guard. What is your view on the matter? We can accept it, which has no effects. We can punish them for, you know, making people eunuchs, or we can adopt, which... To be fair, if we want to lean into our tradition, that's the way we'd be going. Or we get stability in garrison. So this would actually only lose us 1 stability. Well, actually, no, this would lose us 5 per city, but give us 4 per garrison. We have... I think each city has at least 2 garrisons, so this is net positive. Well, it'll be negative because of the temporary effect, but the long-term effect will be net positive. And punish them for, you know, castrating people.
Move out. Advance.
Nope, and that got us standing army 1 turn earlier than I was expecting. They started fight 5v1, then that's their loss. So we can go ahead and spend influence to pick up the iron mine. So now we have enough iron that we could actually build Praetorian Guards. Oh, that only gave us 3 iron. I need to get this one built. Which presumably is what we'll prioritize down here. Where the stoneworks. Could even just pay to have it done now. Yeah, could just pay to have it done now. You know, I'll do that. Finish me the stoneworks. Or the ironworks. So now we can build Praetorian Guard, and yes, for example, we build the Praetorian Guard so fast here that we could build one a turn. In fact, we might be building multiple a turn. If we were actually building them. 2 upgrades. So, okay, yes, the old Promoci from the Mycenaeans do upgrade into the Praetorian Guard. So we can bring you back into our territory and upgrade them. What is that? That's philosophy, 7 turns. Okay, so that's not the horse ones. I think we might split up and leave the scouts behind when we start contemplating fighting. That way we can have groups of just Praetorian Guard. Okay, so that's the palisades. The palisade will be done in a turn. I think that's all we wanted to get built there. Right away. So then we're going to want, like, 6 Praetorian Guard. Okay, we don't quite have so much industry here in this city to crank these out super fast. Although, 7 turns for 7 things is not bad. Not bad at all.
We'll keep an eye on
And we're saving up influence to attach the 2 zones. Attaching that zone would actually, again, give us more industry. Would actually make it build faster. Might get it less than that. Oh, and I don't need 6 because we've got 1 here. So drop that.
Keep together. Eyes forward.
180 to promote. We'll have that in 4 turns, so
Move out.
then we'll let the scouts do exploring while we're massing our army.
Over this way.
$270 next turn.
You have marched out your first emblematic unit. Congratulations. Do try to keep them alive.
Okay, and the other 4 we'll build in 3 turns. At some reliable speed. Is that really the quickest way over there? Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna have 2 armies really quick. I may be suffering a little bit for food upkeep if we keep this path in mind, but I don't think that'll be too much of a problem. Yeah, we might be struggling a little bit with food. At least here. Six food is the best it's recommending, which isn't super great. Although, that's as good as a person on food right now. If anything, that actually says the granary is probably what we want. Okay. $180 to upgrade you. And looking at the time, that's a good place to put a part break in. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. I'm going to record at least 2 more parts tonight. If you're watching on Twitch, again, I'm going to take a short break. I think we're going to wait until the next break to go do a tea break. Because today I have a fairly big cup of tea. So I don't need to take tea breaks quite so often. Got a very large New York tea mug. So I got more tea. And it takes longer to drink it. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.